Hi guys, have a little get ready with me for you. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm taking my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I freaking love this stuff. I have not usually had a problem with dry skin in the wintertime, but this year has been the exception, and therefore I have used this almost every single day that I use makeup. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Benefit Erase Paste, and this is in the shade Medium. I use this before my foundation mainly because I have very dark circles, and I feel like this kind of preps my under eyes before I put foundation on. I actually may end up trying the medium shade when I need to go repurchase. I haven't quite decided yet for sure, but I feel like maybe it might cover just a little bit more. We shall see. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20 and just hit some of my lovely hormonal breakouts. Just mainly the really red places before my foundation. You'll see later on in the video that I go back in with it just to kind of hit a couple spots that didn't really get covered with it after my foundation. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my L'Oreal True Match Foundation in Into Classic Ivory. I don't know why I waited so long on this foundation, guys. It has been my holy grail foundation. It matches my skin tone. It holds up to my oil throughout the day, and I don't feel like it breaks down. It doesn't oxidize on me. It's just an all-around fantastic foundation. I seriously am so upset with myself for not finding it sooner or not paying attention to everybody's reviews on it. So if you have oily skin, I would definitely give this a try because I feel like it would hold up to just about anybody, because I have really oily skin when it really wants to be oily. So give it a try if you haven't yet. And then I'm going to go in with my beloved Beauty Blender. I apologize ahead of time, guys. I will probably never put on foundation with anything but my Beauty Blender. I have the Sigma F80 and I have a lot of classic foundation brushes, and I never gravitate towards any of them. And I think it's because I have PCOS, so I have a little bit of extra like peach fuzz, so they say, on my face. And I feel like with like makeup brushes, I feel like the foundation actually sticks to those little peach fuzz worse than if I use my Beauty Blender. I feel like it just kind of blends it out and kind of melts it into my skin. So if you have any of those kinds of issues with like peach fuzz or anything, I would definitely give the Beauty Blender a shot. I think it will definitely change your perception of foundations a lot better. And here you'll see that I'm going back through with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer just to hit a couple spots that didn't get covered all the way with the foundation and whatnot. And then I'll just blend it out with my finger just to melt it into the skin and make sure that it doesn't show up. Next, I'm going to go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20 just under my eyes. I really like this concealer for underneath my eyes, though I feel like I could go a shade lighter. You'll see in the next clip that I use another concealer that I feel like is too light for underneath my skin, but it highlights the rest of my face really well. I feel like I need a shade like right in between them, and I can't find a shade right in between them that I'm happy with. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know and I'll definitely give them a try. And here would be where I was talking about using another one. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. I really like it for like highlighting the center of my face, but I really don't like it underneath my eyes. It creases really bad for me, and I just feel like it's just too stark. It's just too white. It's too light for underneath my eyes. So I just need like a really happy medium shade in between the two of those to make me happy, and I just haven't found it yet. Next, I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the middle shade and my NARS Ita brush, and I'm going to contour. Now I realize that there's a little misconception, or there's a very wide range of reviews on the Ita brush. I personally love it for if I'm going to go out. I don't use it on a day-to-day basis, but otherwise I feel like it really helps me get my contour like on point, so I personally like it. And then with the same palette, I'm going to go in with the first shade, and then I'm just going to kind of bronze up my face. Now sometimes I really like this bronzer, and then sometimes I really don't like it. It just kind of depends, I guess, on the look that I'm using, or that I'm going to do, but I don't know. I've had the hardest time finding a really nice bronzer that I like, but for the most part I really like this one. So I'm just going to hit my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks, my nose, my jawline, and a little bit down my neck, just to kind of blend everything really nicely. Next, I'm going to take my Hourglass Trio blush. Oh look, you can see my camera. And then I'm going to take the color Incandescent Electra. I really like these blushes, not just because they give you color, but they have like the ambient lighting powders mixed in, and it just kind of gives you a really nice glow. Next, I've zoomed in just a little bit, and I'm going to start using my MAC Painterly Paint Pot as a base. I truly don't ever use anything but this, just because I really like it, and I feel like it really makes my shadows last for a really long time. But I just put this all over my lids, and then I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Vanilla Bean. Now I don't know who it was that I saw a video on this. It was either Marlena from Makeup Geek or maybe Jaclyn Hill, but they said to have a color that is exactly your skin tone and put it just in your crease, and it helps make the rest of your crease colors really blend easily, and they were not joking. This has been the best tip that I have learned, and I love it. So then I'm going to take Beaches and Cream, and I'm going to run that in my crease, and you're going to see just how easily it runs in my crease. Like it does it, you don't have any harsh lines, it doesn't get splotchy. I love this tip so much. It has been a godsend for when I do makeup. Next, I'm going to go in with Barcelona Beach, and I'm going to run that just in the outer part of my crease, just to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. I really like using this color just for that, and I feel like it can really bring your look from okay to just a little bit something extra. Next, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's Foiled Shadow in Grandstand, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. I really like this shade for neutral looks just because it's in one light it can be very champagne, the next it can be taupe, and then in another one it can be like a combination of both. So it's definitely like a very neutral color that you can put it with anything and it'll look good. I absolutely love this shade. So I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. And I'm going to go in with the shade Java and put that on my outer lid and a little bit into the crease, but not much. You're going to mainly focus the color on your outer lid just to kind of deepen everything together. Next, we're going to go in with Urban Decay's Cream Shadow in Delinquent. It's a really bright purple and it's going to go great for what I've got planned for the lower lash line. So you're just going to run that underneath your lashes on your lower lash line until you get the vibrancy that you want, and just kind of tap it out so you don't get any creasing. And then for my favorite part, we're going to go in with Makeup Geek's Foiled Shadow in Caitlin Rose. And we're going to run that all along our lower lash line on top of that Urban Decay Cream Shadow. I apologize ahead of time, guys, that I'm out of frame on a lot of the next steps. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just running it underneath the lower lash line and really making it vibrant. And that cream shadow really helps this shade be very vibrant and give it all of its brightness and beautiful color. Next, I'm going to go back in with the Java shade just to kind of deepen up that outer portion of our eye, just to give it a little more of a smoky effect, but a natural smoky effect, because we really want the main focus to be the purple on our lower lash line. So I'm just deepening that up a little bit, and then I'm going to run the brush that we used for Barcelona Beach in our crease just to kind of make sure everything's really blended and we don't have any harsh lines. And then I'm going to go in with the Naturally Pretty palette again, and I'm going to go in with Noir. And I'm just going to run this under, on the lower lash line right up against my lashes, just to kind of make my lashes darker, because my lower lashes are kind of puny and they need all the help that they can get. So I just run that on the underside of my lower lash line. After that, I decided that I wanted a little brighter on the lid, so I went in with Magic Act from Makeup Geek and just put it on our lid over top of the Grandstand shade, and it just helped brighten it up just a little bit more. I didn't put a whole bunch, but just a little bit. And then after that, I go in with Starlooks eyeliner in Obsidian, which I'm kind of glad that I'm out of the frame and you guys can't see because I make some really weird faces with that. But then after that, I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to go in with Jessie's Girl Black Liquid Eyeliner, which again is probably going to be out of focus, which is probably a good thing because I absolutely butchered my wing at first. But what I don't have what I don't have showed is that I used CoverGirl's Fusion Mascara on my top lashes, along with Maybelline Lash Discovery on my bottom lashes. And then I ended up using Cocoa lashes in Cocoa, which I absolutely love. But here I'm using Milani's Bella Ivory as a highlight, which I really love because it's not too shimmery, but it's not matte, so it kind of goes with every look that you can use. And here I'm using the Jessie's Girl liquid liner. I really like this liquid liner. I just have a hard time using liquid liners, so I usually try not to show that very well. The only other thing that I didn't show was my lip color, and it was LA Girls Glazed Lip Paint in Elude. And yeah, guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like something like this again. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!